First off, I want to say, Carl, thank you so much for inviting me here to be with everyone today. It is my honor to be here with my fellow mind body misfit, Claudia Micco, but Carl, yourself, and Charles and Leslie. Um, Today, I'd like to talk to you. We're going to do some meditation and movement, but I'm also going to weave in a little bit of astrology. This is something that I'm very passionate about, and I incorporate it all the time into my teachings. Now, I think that the greatest soap opera that ever existed is what's happening in the planets. And I always look up to the sky for inspiration, but the sky and the planetary alignments always tell a story. Sometimes it's salacious and juicy, sometimes it's inspirational, but it always gives us something to look forward to. And in this past week, we had a lot of planetary alignments that represent major change. If you're familiar with astrology, we moved from the Scorpio mansion to the Sagittarius mansion. And Scorpio mansion, we had a lot of change and transformation that happened there. And in Sagittarius, we have hope and optimism. So if we step back for a moment and look at what the story tells us, it tells us that there's always going to be these times of change in our life, but we have to move away from, we take the lessons with us from all of that change, but we want to move away from the stuff that's no longer serving us and carry the lessons with us with optimism to begin a new journey. So with that idea in mind, with this newness in our awareness, we're going to do some movement and listen to a mantra called Aham Prema. Now I'm going to put on the screen, it's not going to stay here for too long, just enough so you can see it in text, but then also in Sanskrit. So if you want to look at the screen, just take a look. And as you take in the Sanskrit letters there, I will hit, wait, hold on. My screen sharing is paused. What do you mean? Can everybody see that? What's happening here? Oops. All right, hold on. This says resume share. All right, we're going to try that one more time. Apparently, it's my first day ever here on this planet using technology. Okay, I hope you can see that. If you can't, just somebody pop on screen or unmute yourself and let me know. It says Aham Prema, and it translates to I am divine love. So we're going to listen to that mantra a few times as we move through our practice today. And I invite you to come into a seated position, whether you're seated in a chair or you're choosing to sit on the ground, and find yourself in a comfortable place. Again, in a moment, I will turn off the screen share so that you can see me more clear. But for now, I'm sitting, and all you need to do is follow my voice. Begin by placing your left hand, and I'll mirror you here. Take your left hand and place it on your heart. You can turn your eye gaze to the ground, or you can close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And feel your heartbeat. We're going to hear certain words in this first chant, and just know that it translates to I am divine love. And this is a reminder of the truth of who we are. So as I mentioned in this last little while, I'd say the last, well, really, let's say from the moment we stepped onto this planet up until this moment now, there's been a lot of transformation in our lives. And we're making a conscious decision right here, right now, to let go of all of that stuff. As Carl mentioned earlier, there's stuff that we're letting go of. We don't want to grip onto it. We want to let it go. And we're going to let it go so that we can orient ourselves in the direction of our truth and begin to move in that direction. So now take a deep breath in, feel your abdomen, ribs, and chest expand. And then exhale, chest, ribs, abdomen. Continue to breathe just in that way. And now start to notice if there's any movement happening in your body as you breathe. For some of us, it might feel like our pelvis is rocking forward and back a bit. For others, it might feel as though our spine is swaying side to side. And some of us, it might be something completely different. Just breathe into it and follow that movement. Me personally, I feel my pelvis rocking and I'm starting to move into a seated cat and cow. And so if you need some inspiration, you're welcome to follow along with me. As I inhale, I'm opening my heart. As I exhale, I'm rounding my spine. Maybe repeat to yourself a couple times, Aham Prema, or I am divine love. As you continue to flow, begin to flutter your eyelids, and let's all move in this flexion and extension. Again, whether you're seated in your chair or on the ground, move as you breathe and breathe as you move. Now let's all inhale to center, taking our hands to shoulders, a little rotation here. As we inhale, rotate to the right, and as we exhale, let's take it to the left. 3 more times. Imagine that your rib cage is like a lid of a jar. And as you inhale, you twist the lid of the jar. And as you exhale, you tighten it. 1 more time to the right, pause here. Inhaling, we'll lower our right hand to the earth, left hand to the sky. You can look up to the sky or down to the ground. And then take a deep breath in, come back to center. Exhale, hands to shoulders, eye gaze straight ahead. Inhale to the left this time. And exhale to the right. We'll do this 4 times. Remember the lid of the jar. We're twisting, softening. 2 more. And you can do any of these movements with your eyes open or closed. Honor yourself here. Next time we take it to the left, pause. Let's lower our left hand to the earth, right hand to the sky. Long stretch. Maybe make a sound. And then come back to center. Let's walk our hands forward and just wiggle ourselves side to side a little bit, loosening up any stickiness in our spine. And then come on up. If you're seated in the chair, please rise. And if you're on the ground, come to all fours. So my loves that were in the chair, you're going to turn to face the chair with your hands on the seat of the chair like so. Feet will be underneath hips, hands under shoulders. For those of us on the ground, our knees are under hips, hands under shoulders. And let's start to draw circles with our pelvis here. Claudia mentioned bioenergetics, I think. At least I know she was doing some. And this is a bioenergetic technique called the duck wiggle. It helps to unleash the creative energy that we store deep at the base of our spine. And this creative energy is going to come with us as we go on our journey. And from this circle of our pelvis, we can start to circle through and move through our spine, exhaling as we round and inhaling as we lower our abdomen. Let's repeat one more time in this direction, and on our next in-breath, return to a neutral spine. Now you might feel an echo of movement in the direction you were going. Feel it as you breathe. And we're staying here in neutral spine. You can close your eyes if you wish. But now imagine that you're starting to turn your tailbone, spiral your tailbone in the opposite direction that you were just moving. And once you get that kinesthetic awareness of moving in that direction without actually moving, start to now turn and circle your tailbone in that direction that you were just feeling, imagining. And then once you get the hang of it, once it's in your body, start to add your shoulders and let this spiral work its way all the way up through your spine. The crown of your head, you might let it go and swirl. Repeat 3 more times, breathing fully as you move. And then on our in-breath, come back to center and feel the echo of that movement in your body. Now we'll come into downward facing dog. Let's tuck our toes. For those of us that are standing with our hands on the chair, your feet are already there. For those of us on all fours, let's lift our knees, hips up high to the sky. And now all of us look forward toward our hands and we begin our journey forward, moving away from the past and stepping into the future, one footstep at a time. And then let's take our hands to shins or remain on our chair. We inhale, lift our spine, halfway lift. And then exhale, soften knees and fold forward. We'll repeat that 2 more times, moving each vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, rise up, halfway lift to neutral spine, reaching the crown of our head forward. And then exhaling, fold. One more time, inhale, rise up, long neutral spine, pause. And then as we exhale, let's soften our knees, placing our hands on our thighs, starting to roll up piece by piece until we're standing nice and tall. So in our mountain pose here, our feet are directly underneath shoulders. Give your whole body a little bit of a shake, wiggle it out. I'm going to take off a layer because I'm feeling warm. Keep your chair close by if you need it. Actually, if you're keeping your chair close by, turn it around so that the back of the chair is closer to you than the seat of the chair. We're going to begin by placing our feet underneath our shoulders, hands on our heart, and just feel your heartbeat here for a moment. Soften your knees here so that your pelvis can hang, and bring your pubic bone forward slightly and feel the length in your low back. You can look to the ground or close your eyes. If you need a little support, hold on to your chair. And as I mentioned, we're leaving some stuff behind and we're orienting ourselves to face forward in the direction where we're moving. So just reflect for a moment. Where is it that you're moving toward? Maybe there's a goal that you've set for yourself recently, or there's a feeling that you'd like to bring into your life. So imagine like we're setting our sails to take us in that direction. And see that place, that direction that you're moving in your mind, and start to feel it in your body. And now from here, let's lower our hands by our side. I'll turn to show you from the side. We'll clasp our hands behind our back and then rotate your upper arm bones outward to open up chest. So again, knees are soft, tuck pelvis under. Think of opening up wide across your collarbones, and you might shake your head out a little bit side to side to feel a stretch in your neck. Once again, we hear the sounds aham prema. I am divine love. Now coming up to center, let's step our feet quite wide here, preparing for a warrior two. We'll turn our right toes to face the wall to our right. And you'll go as wide as it feels good so that your front knee is over your ankle and your feet are anchored to the earth. Now our left toes are pointed toward the camera, if you're facing the camera square on, and then turn your chest to the side, arms open up. Now to the right side, we have the left side, we have our past. And we want to orient ourselves, situate ourselves so that we're right in the middle. We're here in the present moment. Now let's look toward the future and bring the lessons from the past with us. So we'll sweep our arms forward toward the right and then exhale like you're pulling a bow and arrow back. Open up to archer. Repeat that 3 more times. Inhaling. And exhale, pull it back. 1 more time, sweep. And then exhale, pull back. From warrior 2, we'll lift our right arm, reverse warrior. Staying with soft shoulders, maybe sinking a little bit deeper, but checking our knee stays right over our ankle. And 1 more deep breath in. And as we exhale, let's come back to warrior 2. Now some of us might place our forearm on our chair. Some of us might place our hand on our thigh. Reach left arm overhead, side angle. We'll begin to flow here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your right arm up. And then exhale, hand to thigh. This is our movement. This is our sequence here. And so again, we're wavering back and forth. We'll end coming into the future. Take your right hand to thigh or to your chair, wherever you are. Left arm up overhead and breathe. Now rise up, center. We're going to switch sides. Right toes point straight ahead, left toes to the left. We bend our left knee. So now the past is on our right side. The future is on our left. We situate ourselves to the middle. And think of the direction that you're going. Hold in your mind and in your heart where you're going. And now bring in a sense of optimism for that place. Turn your eye gaze to your left hand. Again, we bring the lessons from the past with us, but we leave the past behind. We inhale forward, pull your arrow back, and keep your eyes in the direction that you're moving. 2 more times, inhaling and exhale, pull back. This one here, inhale. Now pull onto your arrow, pull it back. And then from here, let go of your arrow, shoot it forward into the future. And then inhale to reverse warrior. Now settle here for a moment, knowing that that arrow that you shot forward is an arrow of love. Love before us on our journey to meet us there when we get there. Inhale through center. Take your left hand to thigh, right arm up overhead. And now hold in your heart and in your mind a knowing that not only is love going to be there, love is coming with you as we carry it in our hearts. Because we are love. Let's flow. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hand to thigh. Aham prema. I am divine love. Maybe say it to yourself. Say it out loud. Feel that vibration in your body as you repeat it. I am divine love. And I'll affirm that. You are divine love. 1 more time. Taking hand to thigh. Other arm comes up overhead. And let's affirm, we are divine love. Take a deep breath. Exhale, return to warrior 2. Take hands to hips. Turn both feet so that they're parallel to one another. Toes are pointed straight ahead. Let's bend our knees quite deeply. And then start to hinge forward halfway. Now, if you're working with your chair, you can place your hands on the backrest, or you can keep your hands on your thighs. And then take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, let's fold forward, bending our knees quite a bit here, and then shaking our head up no. And we're saying, no, we're not carrying the past with us. All that dead weight, no, it's staying back there. But yes, we are moving with optimism and with joy on this adventure to wherever it is that we're going. Now, for my loves that will be coming back to the ground, we're going to move into some contemplation. If you're going to do contemplation from the earth, step one foot back and then the other. Lower your knees down and sink into a child's pose for a second. If you're going to come up to your chair, soften your knees, take hands to thighs, slowly roll up, and then have a seat in your chair. Wherever you're going, we'll go there together. See, my little puppy's here with me. I wanted to get my blanket, but he was sleeping on it. So once again, we hear Aham Prema. And as we take ourselves into contemplation, let's place our left hand on our heart, right hand on top, thumbs connect, and let them rest on your heart here. You can turn your eye gaze to the ground, or you can close your eyes and breathe. As you breathe, feel in your body, in your being, that you're in the future, that you've come all the way to your destination. What would it feel like when you arrive? Now bring that feeling into your body as you feel your heartbeat. Breathe deeply. And picture in your mind what you would do when you get there. And as you see in your mind you interacting in your destination with the people that are there, with yourself, feel it here now in your body. As we bring this feeling into our body, our cells begin to vibrate at this frequency. Our entire being, our aura, our breath, our prana, chi, every fiber of our being turns into a magnet that draws that experience to us, but also pulls us toward that experience. Now, my loves, carry this feeling with you and come up with a short phrase or maybe one word that will remind you of this feeling. So that anytime you're feeling kind of out of sorts or disconnected from this feeling, you can remind yourself by repeating that short phrase or that word, and once again, feel it in your body. Once you have that word or short phrase, repeat it to yourself 3 times here. And now take a deep in-breath. Open up your mouth, exhale a sigh. Let's bring our hands to our hearts. It's been an honor to be here with you today. Thank you all for your presence. Thank you, Carl, for organizing this. I'm going to pass it off to you in a second. Thank you, Claudia and Charles and Leslie for your presence and being here tonight. Thank you, me, for being here. And I love you all. From the fullness of my heart to yours, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.